This is one of my favorite communities in all of South Florida, and it's just getting started. Today, we're going to look at the models, the best models in this community. If you want to get in on the ground floor in a great South Florida community, this is a video for you. So this is one of their smallest models, but you need to stick around to the end. In the end, my favorite coming up, and we'll show you that one. But if you're looking for a home like in the 700,000s, this is a model to consider. So what I liked about it is that coming in was that porch. A lot of people appreciate porches.
Oh yeah,
we get
porch.
We get a lot of rain here in Florida in the summertime. That would be the best place to look at it. But Melissa, why don't you tell us a little bit about this house?
Yeah, so we're in the Shasta model. It's just over 2,400 square feet, a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2-car garage. Beautiful home.
Let's check out the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, you've got this really large islet in here, which is nice. They have 4 bar stools, and you got the very open concept dining, kitchen, living over here with a very nice side up pantry.
So people hang out in the kitchen a lot. Melissa, this is a Long Island, isn't it?
This is a Long Island, yeah.
Yeah, and not so wide, but it's a Long Island. This is, if you live in this house, this is sort of where you're going to be hanging out.
Just the heart of the home, the entertaining spot. You got your kitchen right here with this Long Island. You put your appetizers out here, bar stools, family gathering. Yeah, I just love in this big Long Island, they have this farmhouse sink, and that's really the style of this community. So it's very farm friendly. They've got a farmhouse, a yoga studio, and that's just really the feel of this community. So many amenities, but I just love the farmhouse sink here in the middle of the island.
So we just met with the new home consultant here. She's amazing, and we utilize her to get updates on the community. And just today, she told us that they just broke ground on the Citrus House, which is going to be like wellness, right?
Wellness house. So they're going to have a yoga studio. They're going to have a fitness center. They're going to have a yoga lawn. So aside from your regular exercise classes, they're going to have a whole wellness yoga type of feel there.
Yeah, this is definitely has that farmhouse feel to it. The whole community, not just this house, but the whole community. But while we're at, let's check out the rest of this house. So I love this office. It's in the back. Oftentimes in Florida, you see people who do the homes, or the builders will build them in the front. This one's in the back, making it a little bit unique compared to other communities here in South Florida. So one of the things, so we here at Living in Palm Beach, Florida, we talk about pros and cons. One of the cons, I feel, if this community, if there are any, is the not a lot of yard, right?
There's not a lot of yard, depending on what model you're going, but this model specifically that we're in right now, there's not a lot of yard. There's almost like a courtyard feel in the backyard.
Yeah. Reminds me a little bit of, remember in Palm Beach Gardens,
Yes.
Alton?
Yeah.
There's a lot, Alton high-end homes. I mean, $2 million, but they have smaller yards. You could build a pool here, just in case you're wondering. But as we go through this community, we'll show you some ideas of what you can do in the backyard. But if you're looking for a third of an acre, this is not going to be your community. So let's check out what you can expect with a backyard here in the Smile.
Yeah, and I don't know if people would necessarily call it a con. It depends. There's low maintenance. So you come back and you have this whole, covered patio back here, so you still don't get that. But this is your yard. You get enough just to play a little soccer with your 2 kids. And then one other thing to point out that's unique about this community is the garage is in the back. So as we come out the back door, and I'm pretty sure 90% of the models have the garage in the back here, come out the back door and you have a breezeway that goes into your garage. So instead of it being in the front, it's through the back.
It's like people live there.
Oh, hell no!
So here's your driveway. Before we look, well, let's move out this way. Over there, they have, I don't know how well you could see it, but there's a park there. this community is like a lot of these little spaces.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things about here, actually. So as you go through, like we were mentioning, the garages are in the back. So you come through like an alleyway to park in your garage, but then through every single community and every other block, I believe, there's almost like a courtyard with a built-in grill, a gazebo, a little park like in the middle of the community. So it's very unique and really cool.
So one of the things I find in these brand new communities is people want to meet other people. They don't want to move into if they don't know anyone in the neighborhood. Everyone's in the same boat. And what happens is people want to get to know each other. It's places like that, I'm going to show you there in a second, that makes this community really attractive. So here's an example of that area. You've got a grill, table.
Or dining.
Yeah.
And over there, look at that, a fire pit with some very nice Adirondack chairs around it. So aside from your yard that you have, and maybe on the small side, you have these meeting spaces all over the community, and you get the outdoor dining, the grill, and the fire pit. How cool.
And then you might have noticed that sign, Citrus House coming soon. They broke ground. I think, what did they say? Next year.
Yeah.
Next year it's going to be open.
End of 2026.
So if you buy now, right around the time your home is being finished built, that'll be pretty much ready.
Yeah.
Also, right after that, Central Park, right?
Central Park. Which one? I don't know.
Yeah.
Not the one from New York.
There's no ice skating in Central Park here.
Oh no.
But anyways, they've got every village. Like this village is called Rosetta Park. Every village has their own amenity. So I know you guys will kill me if I didn't take you upstairs. So let's now go upstairs in the Shasta. So we just came to the top of the stairs. We're at the loft. The first thing you see. Melissa, what do you see?
I see this beautiful, nice loft right at the top of the stairs that flows into the master bedroom. So you come in and you have like this very spacious, high ceilings master bedroom. And look at this beautiful master bath. You've got floor to ceiling tiles in here, double vanities, a separate area for the toilet, and a nice sized closet over here. And then on the other side, so separate from the master bedroom, you have your other two bedrooms over here. So remember we were downstairs, the office was in the back, and upstairs you have these three really nice sized bedrooms, the loft area, two bathrooms, and your laundry. So you have second floor laundry, which is also great.
So we're back in the master bath, and there's a couple of things I want to mention. First off, this builder is heading in the direction, remember they talk about specs.
Yeah.
They do a lot of specs. Your best speculation, spec homes, they're homes that they already start building. They have an amazing deal on several of these homes. We're going to talk a little bit more as we go. This home is $708,000. So when you buy the home as a spec home, you get all it is. There's no lot, there's no that. And there's one thing I want to show you. Like when Melissa showed you the shower, let me show you, I'm going to turn this camera around and show you the shower. I'll give you an idea the point I want to make. So as Melissa mentioned, it is the floor, it's the ceiling. That is, if you're going to be a to-be built, that's probably an upgrade.
Huge upgrade.
But yeah. when you spec these homes out, you get what it is. So if you want help on what's better, and I mean, we talked about, there was a home that we saw today that was $40,000 lower than their original price. And they have a significant interest rate buy down, taking the interest rate below 5%. If you want interest rate below 5%, you need to reach out to us because we can help you with that. But I just want to say, when you walk into these homes, you got to sort of know what's an upgrade and what's not, or at least have us, people like us living in Palm Beach, help you figure out what the story is. So here's a clip of some of the other stuff they have. A farm coming this way, sports field, the town center, the welcome center. Don't walk into the welcome center on your own. If you did, that would be a mistake.
Yeah, you really need someone on your side to help negotiate these prices here because we're the ones that have your best interest at heart versus the builder.
Yeah, we highly recommend independent representation. Independent representation means we need to be there on your very first visit. Oftentimes people will come to us afterwards and say, hey, I just looked at Newfield, and at that point, it's probably too late. So if you're a planner, which hopefully most of you guys are, reach out to us early. We'll set the appointment with the right person. That's another key field. And we'll be there for your whole journey. We'll help you from start to end. The cost to you guys for utilizing our services out of pocket is zero. It's the builder who pays us, and they're happy to do so. We just recorded this whole house and we were talking to ourselves. Now this is the actual footage. You're gonna like this house. We're in the Cabrera, and I'm going to show you, this has a very unique outside.
It really does.
It does not look like a Florida house, does it?
No, not at all.
So let me show you what I mean. Look at this porch. Look at the brick exposure. Let's go inside. So we're in the Cabrera. Melissa, what can you tell us about this home?
Okay, so this model is over 3,000 square feet, very spacious, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, a 2-car garage in the back, and a special backyard. I know we said the backyards were small here, but you got something special back there. We're in the kitchen now, and look at the size of this island. It's very spacious, and it's wide and long. You have 3 bar stools over here, and this is like a true entertaining area. One thing I also want to mention about this community, it's a gas community. You don't find it in Florida a lot. So you have a gas stove here, which is great. So you really have this large island, and it flows right into your dining room and your living room. Also, look at the size of this living room. They have almost like 2 different sets of couches in here. It's like from the office over there all the way to this back wall. And I really love these windows too. Look at these windows. They're not like I don't know, like the pattern on them. They just look very quaint and unique. And I know you saw the outside of the house here with the brick, but wait till you see the backyard.
What strikes me about that factor is that there's just a ton of light in here.
There's so much light.
Between those 2 windows and over here, if you like a lot of light, most people do, builders are going that direction. This house has it.
Yeah.
So outside is a little bit bigger than the last house, but not by a lot.
Not by a lot.
They just sort of have the concept down. This will give you an idea as to what you can use out there. And we're going to take you outside for this little tropical oasis we have at the Cabrera.
One other thing, before we go to the backyard, one other thing that we mentioned before was the uniqueness of here. So we come out and there's this covered patio area here, and your garage is in the back. So we were saying at the last model at the Shasta, I'm pretty sure all their models have the same concept, but your backyard, your garage is in the back through here. So instead of coming in through the front of the house, you get the entryway through the alley in the back, through your courtyard. Honestly, it's pretty cool. It almost makes you feel like you're in like Charleston instead of Florida. But yeah, and then, you know, the backyard flows into this beautiful pool. Look at this pool. And I know we were saying that it is a little bit on the small side, but one thing I love about these homes as well is the low maintenance backyard. So you have room for a pool, an outdoor dining space, some lounge chairs here if you want, and you have turf everywhere. So no need to mow your backyard. It's very low maintenance, and you really get that tropical oasis feel. And there's no one behind us right now. So because you have the alley in the backyard, you don't have a house behind you. When we were up in the master bedroom here, you saw the view of the pool and the courtyard that's right across the street. So instead of having a view of a house, you get a view of your pool right flowing into that, you know, shared community space that's throughout the community.
So one thing I wanted to point out that Melissa mentioned a couple of things. Well, first off, you think you're great. Backyard's beautiful. Yeah. But look at the brick exposure. We do not see that in Florida very often. It actually is a pretty big upgrade here. The home standard doesn't come with that. It's just stucco. But with this, It's a brick exposure, actual brick. It's $110,000 upgrade. So so if you have the money, I think it looks beautiful. You certainly have one of the only houses in Florida that look like that, but it looks great. But now we're going to take you upstairs because there's a lot of uniqueness up there as well.
There is. Wait till you see the master bedroom and bathroom configuration.
Before we go upstairs, I just want to point this out. This office is in the front. Most Florida houses, so you can see that well, most Florida houses, the office is in the front. It gives you a little bit, nice windows here too, so you can see who's coming and going. I love it. Technically, you can make this a bedroom, but it's probably more suited for an office, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really nice office. It's very spacious, and I love the light coming in from the front porch. I know you saw the front view of the house.
Yeah.
Just love a good front porch.
And they use a lot of windows, which is what makes it like that. So let's go upstairs. So like the other home, at top of the stairs we have a loft. These areas are really functional for kids and family rooms. It's like a family room. The builders always have this concept, like the design concept, and they made this one a little bit of a movie theater area. Check this out. So now I'm going to turn it over to Melissa to show the rest of this house.
Okay, so we came up the stairs. We have this really great loft space that you guys just saw. And then over here is your other 2 guest bedrooms. They're very good size. And I just want to show you this closet because it's a pretty big closet for a guest space, right? If you want to just take a little peek in there, look at the size of this walk-in closet in the guest room. So if you have in-laws coming to stay or someone wants to come for a couple weeks and visit, you have this really nice office or closet space. And also there's a window in the closet, which is pretty cool. And then you've got pretty much a mirror of that other bedroom and then a shared bathroom in the hallway. And it's also right off the loft space. So if you have kids and they're hanging out up here, they don't need to go downstairs to use the bathroom. They just come right over here and hang out in the game room or the movie room and you're good. And then we have a full-on laundry room. And I love that it's right next to the master bedroom because you don't really need to go anywhere to do your laundry. That's the best. And then you have a very, very spacious master suite. So one thing I want to highlight here that we were talking about when we were outside is you have no house behind you. So you are in the master bedroom and you really just look over into your own backyard and you can even see that courtyard shared, communal space right across the way with the walkway that literally you go out your backyard and you're in that communal space over there. So instead of having another house behind you, you have your pool and then the communal meeting space.
When Newfield's all done, they're gonna have 9 of these areas. So this is how you meet your neighbors. But Melissa, I love this
Bathroom? Me too.
This master bath. Let's see.
So before we go in the closet, I just want to highlight again the size of this shower and the floor to ceiling tiles. That's an upgrade with any, if you're going to build your home, it's going to be an upgrade. But one thing you can do is find a spec home that's already built. They have these model homes that have really nice finishes and a lot of upgrades already in them. If you can get a deal on one of those spec homes, if you're in a position that you're looking to move and not wait until your home is built, you can check out the spec homes here too. And I love that they have 2 different sides. Ray thinks that it's his and hers, but I think it's hers and hers.
There you go. That's lots of builders, they make one closet off the bathroom. And yeah, I could see that being a fight.
Yeah.
So
just kidding, but really not.
So to give you an idea on pricing, I know you guys you kill me when I don't get to it right away. This home is being built on lot 35. This home was $988,000. They just lowered it to $975,000.
Yeah.
And if you come through us, I think we can perhaps get it a little bit lower than that. We know that the pushing points, so to speak, with the builders and what we can get what you can get away with. But they do a lot of their main thing today here at Newfield is spec homes. You can build this from scratch and personalize it to your heart's content.
But if you want a really good deal on a quick delivery home, which means you need to move into it sometime in the next few months, you can get a great deal here. 19 years ago, my family and I relocated to this beautiful part of the world we call sunny South Florida, and we haven't looked back. Today, we truly find an honor to help people, perhaps like you, do the exact same thing. So if you're thinking about this area and you want to ask questions from people who've actually done this before, there's a few ways to get a hold of us. Down below is our email address. That's one great way. Also on the screen, you see our phone number. You can either call or text that number, but literally two of the best ways is in the description in the comment section. There's a link. Click on that link. What that'll do is accept some time for us to speak, either through a phone call or through a Zoom, whatever way you feel most comfortable. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating here to sunny South Florida. Few things about this house. By the way, there's 2 new models. We'll talk about that in a minute that they just released. Total of, how many models do they say we have altogether?
I believe 14.
25. No, well, models, but
Okay.
floor plans 25. So they have a lot. It's hard to say that we don't know who that was, but he's not going to be in the video. So it's hard to say that you can't find something here that you like. They currently don't have any of these.
They don't.
And it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
We're gonna show you this one. I said to Melissa, I don't care that we don't have it.
Yeah.
We have to show it to you. And I'm gonna go out and show you from the outside, and we're gonna come back in. Melissa's gonna tell you a little bit about what we have here. This house shows nice. It's got that white porch. Looks almost like an old southern house. That's the Cabrera from there. You see the brick exposure from the outside. Later, right after this, we're going to go into that house. I'll tell you the name of that one right now. You're going to want to stick around for that. It's called the Montauk. One of the bigger ones here. Not the biggest, but one of the bigger ones here. But let me show you. Let's walk into the seaside here at Newfield. This one comes with a nice porch as well. Let me turn this over to Melissa. Tell us a little bit about what we have here at the seaside.
I know you were just looking at the porch out there, but look at this kitchen. A couple things I want to just point out besides this beautiful layout here. You've got 3-inch quartz countertops on here. It's probably going to be an upgrade if you're building your own home from scratch, but if you find a spec home here, they may already have this in it. You've got a double oven, which is really nice if you're a cook or a chef. And also if you're a chef, you have this gas stove. And I was saying before, it's very rare in Florida to get a gas community, so having a gas stove in here is very nice. But yeah, it just really flows very nicely from this beautiful island with the waterfall edge. I don't know if you caught that over here, but I love that. You know, it's not for everyone. Some people love it, some people don't. So you can choose it if you're the one that's building your own home, but you have the option to do the waterfall edge with the builder here. And it really just flows into the dining space and the living room. And also, like the last model we were in, very, very spacious living area. You could fit a large sectional, or like they have it in the model, which with 2 couches on either side with a very, very big coffee table and sitting area in this living room. It's very spacious.
In this house, unfortunately, we won't be able to take you upstairs. They are doing work up there, but suffice it to say, this home shows well. In my estimation, this is the second nicest homes. We ran into someone just today that someone bought. We did a home in here, a townhouse. We put it out to rent. The tenant there is renting there because they're buying a house, and they bought
the seaside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's one of my favorite floor plans. Last time I was here, I was able to go upstairs. Unfortunately, we can't do that today. But this is one of those ones where the layout is just so nice. And you've got over 3,600 square feet in this home.
And like the other house, this yard's a little bit bigger.
It's a little bit bigger. And also that magical tropical oasis in the backyard here. So we're going to go out there in a minute and you'll have to check it out.
I love this pool. This pool is amazing. Check it out.
Yeah. I'm going to say it again. The unique feature, garage in the backyard, or not in the backyard, but through the alley in the back. I think it's pretty cool. So instead of having it take up space in the front, you get a really nice elevation on the front side of your house with all of these homes here. When you're outside checking out that nice big front porch, if you have a garage out there, you can't do that because the garage is taking up part of the front porch. But you really go through the breezeway into the garage and through this awesome backyard.
So one thing, in the summertime here in Florida, it rains a lot, right? This is where I would like to hang out.
Oh yeah, this is like a true covered patio. And
bird of paradise.
It is back there. Yeah.
This would be the nice place. So before we show you this pool area, because you're gonna die, it's beautiful. We want to tell you also about the town center. They've got a town center coming in addition to the citrus house, and a bunch of every single of the 9 villages. They call them villages. The builder corrected me today.
Yep.
When I called them something else. The sections or something.
Phases, sections. It's a village.
As I hit over the head. But they're starting now phase 2 of Rosetta Stone. They're probably about a quarter of the way through, maybe a little bit more, maybe a third. So as we always say, early is better when it comes to pricing. There's not a better time than early when a new construction community.
And what did our client tell us before? He bought the Seaside model. He decided to purchase it and build it, I think, about a year ago. He already has $100,000 of equity because the price that he bought at versus what they are selling for now is $100,000 more than when he purchased it.
Yeah. Waiting doesn't mean that you get a better price.
No.
In fact, they've had 4 price increases since they opened.
Yeah.
So let's go check out
backyard.
The boiler.
So similar to the last backyard that we were at, but a little more spacious. So you really have 2 sections here. You have an area where you can put something like this, Adirondack chairs, and where the breezeway that we just came through, that was your covered outdoor dining. And then you have space back here for lounge chairs. Ray, zoom out to that the lounge chairs over there on the other side of the pool and look at this pool. Look at the waterfall edge and the seat over there. So this is something that you can do through the builder in certain models. And you have a whole bench on that waterfall on the other side of the pool. So very, very nice feature to have. And again, you have the separate. So you have lounge chairs over here, sitting over there. And again, the turf in the backyard and the beautiful vegetation. They really have made it a tropical oasis back here. Very, very nice.
You even get your own, in this your own coconut trees.
Yeah.
My favorite tree here in Florida.
The coconut palm?
The coconut palm. I mean, there's no coconuts on it now, but like Melissa's saying, this is a very low maintenance community. Later, we're going to go over some of the numbers, so stick around for that. We're going to show you that Montauk model I was telling you about, but also we're going to go over some of the numbers. Is there a CDD in this community? The answer is yes. So we're in the big one, not the biggest, but the big one. Now, this is my favorite. Before we show you this home, I want to mention they have 2 new models. I said they have 25 floor plans, or 2 new floor plans, I should say. The Dauberg and the Golden, they're both about 2,500 square feet. They also brought back a popular model, which is called the Cape, which is 3,500 square feet. But I still think this one is one of the best ones. But let's show you now the Montauk here in Newfield in Palm City, Florida. So before I take you in there, I just want to say this is the street. It's across from the model area, the sales center, the welcome center. Down here, these are all quick delivery homes. They now say private residence because they've been selling them. They've sold roughly 100 homes so far, so they're way on their way. This is going to be one of the hottest communities because it's not quite Port St. Lucie. It's pretty close to Palm Beach County. But this model here, let's look at the Montauk from the outside. It looks bigger than the others. Check this out. So Melissa, what can you tell us about the Montauk?
Okay, so the Montauk, I think Ray mentioned this is one of his favorite floor plans here. I think it is mine too. You've got this really, again, really nice size island. Now in this model, they don't have the 3-inch quartz countertops like in the last one, but you can get that if you're building your own home. And again, a very nice gas range, but the unique part about this model versus the last one that we were in, there's almost like a butler's pantry area over here, and it flows through into the laundry room. So this is just like another prep space. If you're someone like me that doesn't like putting stuff out on their countertops for people to see, this could be your coffee area, your bar area. You could plug your coffee maker over here, have your whole coffee station in here. And then look at the size of this pantry. It's a true walk-in pantry. So if you're a chef and you get that gas stove, this butler's pantry, and this big, large pantry space, that's a really awesome layout for a kitchen. And then it flows into the laundry room. So the other models that we were looking at, the laundry was on the second floor, but here it's on the first floor, but you really get like a whole true laundry room feel with a sink if you'd like it. Again, it's probably an upgrade through the builder, but if you find a spec home that already has it in it, you've got the plumbing ready to go to put a sink in here. And then back into the kitchen area, it's a similar layout to the seaside. You've got a very spacious kitchen island with the ability to put more bar stools on this model actually because the countertop wraps around here. And again, if you're a waterfall person, you can also put the waterfall in this model. And then again, it's connected to your dining, your living space, and a very, very, very wide living room. This couch is huge, so you can fit whatever size couch that you want in here. And I really love, I know that this is probably an upgrade or an after the fact, but design-wise, that feature rock wall back there is a nice look and feel.
So I love when the builders do upgrades to show a house. One mistake I think they make, I tell you like it is here, that pantry is so big.
It is large.
I wish they built it out.
Yeah.
And not that when you buy a home to be built, you'll probably want to take it that way because you don't want to spend the money. But if I'm this builder, I'm building that out because that is, you want to highlight and emphasize the size of that pantry. Yeah, I wish I had one. I have a big house, but we don't have that big a pantry. So I wish ours was like that. But I agree with Melissa. This is a phenomenal family.
It really is.
So Melissa, backyard you say is a little bit similar.
It's similar to the last one.
Worth looking at.
I think it is. Might as well just take a quick peek. Let's go.
There you go.
Very similar to the last one. So you have your courtyard in the middle, your garage in the backyard. But this courtyard is really, really nice true outdoor living space. And because it rains all the time in Florida, you have that covering over here. You can hang out all year long. And then you go into the backyard. Very similar to the last one, but this one actually has a built-in outdoor kitchen. So it's just something to think about. If you want to put an outdoor kitchen in your backyard, you have the ability to do here. This one also has a spa tub. So if you're looking to put a pool in your backyard, it's something that you do through the builder. And I know I was mentioning the turf. It doesn't come standard in every home, but it is because the backyard, the layout of it, the way that they've configured it, you have such a small grass space. Whether you do turf or regular grass, it's so low maintenance, which is really, really nice. And then this model, I don't think we mentioned before, I know it's over 3,600 square feet, but you also have a 3-car garage. And you can get to your garage from the backyard, so you get this gate outside. And again, there is no house behind you. You really just have green space, which is nice.
So currently, there is not a Montauk spec home available. So I can't really give you a price. It's over $1 million. But if you reach out to us, leave your name. Say, listen, I like the Montauk model. I want you guys to let us know when it comes back. That's the best way to do it. And book that Zoom call that we've been talking about. That's really the best way to connect with us because we'd love to tell you all there is here at Newfield in Palm City, Florida. All right, there's a lot more to this house. Let's go check out the master, then head upstairs.
Okay, so we're going to go into the master, but one thing to note, which you probably noticed because we're walking from the living room, this model has a ground floor master. So some people look for that. So this is, there's several other models that have it, but out of the ones that we're showing you today, this is the one that has that floor, the master on the ground floor. And it's very big. And again, I know we were upstairs in the last ones, but look at the view out your window. So much light coming in here, and you get this great view into your backyard. And then I just love the way that this bathroom is laid out. Just come on in here. You get this whole length of the wall, double vanity. his and hers in here with another, whole entire storage area in the middle. And then again, the floor to ceiling tile, which is an option through the builder, or if you get a spec home that already has it in it. But look at the size of this shower. And then again, a closet that has on the right and left side, so you can use that with whatever you want. But very, very spacious closet. And on each side and in here, you can actually, it's so big, you could probably even put like a little island in the middle. So yeah, very nice. I would take it. Okay, we're gonna go upstairs now. Now, as we're going up the stairs here, I know we were talking about the loft space, and a lot of builders do a loft space, but this one is so big. They have it set up as a couch living area and even like almost like a game room over here. Shuffleboard. It's very cute. And then since the master is on the ground floor, this is just for your guest rooms. So let's go over here to the first guest room. They're all a good size and they all have kind of like mini walk-in closets, which is very nice for storage. And one thing about this, I think two of the bedrooms up here also have ensuite bathrooms. So if you have guests that are coming to stay or your in-laws are coming to town, they have their own bedroom, bathroom with a closet off the loft. So they have their own, space up here. And now the builder or designer has this set up as a workout room. So if you don't need this extra fourth bedroom, this is a great spot to have a workout space, a yoga room, or some type of creative room. And then, so over here, then you have another hallway bathroom and flows into another guest room, like I just mentioned, also has its own ensuite. So two of the bedrooms up here have their own ensuite, and then there's also another full bathroom in the hallway.
Now you know why this is one of my favorite.
I think it might be mine too. Now, I don't know. The seaside or this one?
So we're going to go over a couple things here before we look at some of the amenity. You want to look at the stick around for the farm area too. We're going to look at that next. But before we go there, I'm going to review the numbers. Melissa's going to review the calendar. This is my New York accent coming out. So Melissa, tell us what they have here from an events perspective here at Newfield.
The amenities in Newfield are like par to none, whatever you want to call it, but they have a whole entire events calendar. I'm just going to read off a couple of these because they are awesome. Every other Friday night, they have a Friday night jam where they have a live band come into like the farm stand area and everyone gathers. It's not just for residents either. If you live here or buy a house here and you want to bring your friends over, whoever, come for the night, live music, entertainment every other Friday night as of now. And as they build more homes in here, they might do it every Friday night. But that's just a little bit about the events calendar, just one of the main things that's on there. They also have stuff like mat Pilates and yoga, so many events going on in Newfield.
So let me go over some of the numbers that we have here. There is an HOA. As we mentioned, there is a CDD. So here's a CDD. It depends on whether you have a single family, a villa, or whatever. It's going to be around $2,200 all the way up to about $2,500 is your CDD. There's a capital contribution, one-time contribution. It's only $600, not the end of the world. Your HOA is anywhere between $249 and $277. I'll tell you this, the amount of things that this community gives you, the amount of amenities this community gives you, that is a super low HOA, and CDD you can't get around, unfortunately. They built this whole area out, which is why they're passing the CDD costs out to you. It's in your taxes. We've mentioned this in other videos. Reach out to our team if you want to know more about what that is like. We are in touch with other communities that don't have CDDs. So another reason to reach out to us. But the reason why the HOA is so low here is because when all is said and done, they're going to be 4,300 homes is, I think, the number they're targeting for this community. So the cost is spread over many homes, which is why you get a tremendous value from a homeowners association perspective here at Newfield in Palm City, Florida. So as you come, the Welcome Center is right there. As you come into the community in the early stages, this is where you're going to come. But like this farmhouse, this community supported agricultural room they have, this is amazing.
Yeah, this is amazing because it's literally in your community. I have not been inside of it before, but they have produce and things you can buy to cook with, and it's a whole thing right here in your backyard.
Yeah, the farmers market that Melissa was telling you about, they do it in this area. This is like the central part of the amenities right now. As this place expands and we get more villages, there's going to be more amenities. Right now, so one of the cons, I guess you could say, is there's not a lot here now, but but this place is going to be there's going to be a whole lot different 5 years from now.
Yeah, and if you're a family that's just starting out or a young couple that just got married, this could be like a really good opportunity to get in, before it's built up and, get in at the low end of the price range of what it's going to be in 5 years, especially when they build all of these villages here and they have commercial space across the street. You have this farm stand, you have this whole area with all these amenities. Your value is going to go up and up and up, especially from now to 5 years from now. It's really going to get up there.
So on that topic, right there's a sign that says Town Center coming soon, and back there is Melissa kept saying we got to do the we got to do the commercial space. The commercial space
We could just talk about it, but then I was like, we could walk
the commercials
and see it.
It's right there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff happening right here in the immediate future here at Newfield, Palm City,
Paradise here in South Florida.